You seen your mom, right?
No.
That's how serious this is.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
This is serious.
Hey, bro.
There's nobody else in here.
I know it's crazy. He ain't arrested me or nothing.
Why would we arrest you?
Because he's saying my mom's name. Bro, I would destroy this whole room.
For what?
For no reason.
Well, that ain't gonna happen.
What?
That's not what we're here for. What?
On December 21st, 2019, police in Arkansas responded to a 911 call regarding a woman found in a pool of blood. Upon arrival, officers encountered a visibly distraught man, William Glover, frantically screaming and pacing outside the residence. William told officers he had gone into the living room to check on his wife and discovered her lying on the couch, covered in blood and unresponsive. Officers immediately cleared the residence to ensure it was safe. Paramedics arrived shortly after and confirmed that the woman, later identified as Sonya Glover, showed no signs of life. While inside the home, officers also encountered another male, 19-year-old Carson Glover, William's son. When asked what had happened, Carson claimed he didn't know, stating he had just come into the living room to see what was going on. Carson was escorted out of the house, and the home was secured as a crime scene. Both William and Carson were transported to the police station for further questioning. The following interview captures Carson's account of what unfolded that day.
I'm Detective McDermott, Sherwood Police Department. Along with me here is Sergeant Hicks, and in front of me is Carson Glover, and he has a birth date of 8/18/2000, and this reference incident number. And this is a reference to an incident at. All right, Carson, what I spoke to you about before was this form right here. It's your Miranda rights form, okay? So what I need you to do is go ahead and fill out that top part right there, and then we'll go over it together, okay? Okay, do you have a phone on you right now?
Yeah, but it's dead.
Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is you just keep holding the pen.
Nah, I don't remember my phone number.
Okay. If you don't mind, just place it up here on the table right here for me, okay?
My phone?
Yeah. All right, we'll just leave it over there so that way if it goes off, I know you said it's dead. You understand that reference out? Oh, yeah. You understand that you can say can court? You understand that you have a lawyer for asking questions? Question? You understand that a lawyer won't be pointed at you, no cost to you? You understand that if you decide to answer questions without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop, answer questions anytime, anytime. I've read the bus statements, my rights, and understand what rights are. I'm willing to speak with detectives at this time. Understanding no one doing, no consequence, make no pressure anytime against me. Go ahead, thank you. I'll sign it with. All right. So Carson, go ahead and tell me yesterday, your whole day, from the time you woke up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, first when I woke up, I split a little firewood because we almost had a whole load to take down the street to sell the firewood. So after we did that, we took it down the street and sold the firewood.
And who's we?
This is at like 2 o'clock, and this is me and my dad.
Okay.
And then, let me think for a second. When my mom got there, when me and my dad got there, my mom wasn't there, and I called her, and she said she was at Goodwill, Dollar Tree, going to Jacksonville Goodwill, saying she's going to be back later. So she didn't get there till like, let's say about 5:30. And then what happened? I knew this was going to happen, but at 5:30, what happened? Oh yeah, me and my dad, we got a fire pit going because he was gonna make some cheeseburgers on the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then, hold on. But you see, come out. That's all correct. But there was like times where I kept leaving and my dad kept leaving. So, like, I don't know the order, you know what I mean?
Okay, well, just...
Like, I would go to my friend's house, and then I would go to my house, then I would go to another friend's house. And my dad would be over here going to his friend's house, going to go get some more firewood. You know what I mean? Like I was over here going to my friend's house, hanging out with my friends, and my dad was working pretty much.
So let's start back real quick, okay? And we'll walk through it, okay?
Yeah,
I'll help
yeah.
you with... So what time did you wake up yesterday?
About 10:45.
10:45. Okay, and you were at your house at.
Yes, I was.
Okay, was anybody else in the residence?
Yeah.
Who?
My mom and dad.
Okay, and
Wait, today's Saturday.
yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Mom.
now it's
Mom,
Sunday.
mom and dad. Mom and dad. Yeah.
Okay. And so you woke up. Then what happened?
Just a normal day, really. My mom goes out shopping, and me and my dad goes sell firewood.
Okay, and y'all were selling firewood till when?
You said to when?
Yeah.
That took probably. Well, we had to split it and deliver it, so it probably took about 45 minutes completely.
And what time would that be?
Okay, woke up at about around 2.
Around 2? Okay. All right. So you got done selling the firewood, then what happened?
When we got back to the house, my mom's car was gone, so I called her, and then she said she was. She said she was at Dollar Tree at the time, but she was shopping around. Then she said she was going to Goodwill, which she always does that on Saturdays. And I mean,
Okay, so she was out shopping. What time did she get home?
about 6.
About 6
It
o'clock?
was getting dark.
It was getting dark?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened when she came home?
See, at that point, I do not remember.
Okay.
Because I know at one point, me and my dad, we made a bonfire. But then we put the bonfire out because I wasn't watching it or some bull crap like that. My dad was tripping, but that's whatever. And then what happened? I don't even remember if my dad was there. Hold on one second. Oh, no. I got the bonfire going, right? And then I went to my friend's house, Hunter, whatever. Y'all probably know him. He's a good kid or whatever. And then when I got back to my house, that's when my dad got mad about the fire being left there like it was.
Okay, was the fire in the front yard, backyard, or something?
Side yard.
The side yard? Okay.
Yeah.
And what time did you get back home from hunting?
That was probably like barely before 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
then, well, what? Go ahead. What?
No, keep going.
And then the only other place I know I went is about 10 o'clock. I went down to get some smoke.
Where did you get smokes at?
Down the street. Just
Where at down the street?
I knew this little kid that was just.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's the only place I went.
Okay. So, what time was that?
That was right about 10 o'clock because he was telling me he was about to go to bed.
Okay, so your dad told you he was about to go to bed.
No, that guy, that kid.
Oh, the kid said that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you got home around 10 o'clock, you said? Who was all at the residence when you got home?
I know my mom's car was there.
Did you see your mom?
She was laying down on the couch.
Okay. Did you speak to her? Did you see her?
No, I was trying to remember my dad's truck was there. No, well, yeah, she was sleeping on the couch.
Okay. So she was sleeping on the couch, and then what happened?
After what?
Well, you walked in, you seen her sleeping on the couch, then what'd you do?
Well, I probably went to my room, but no, I was trying to figure out what I did before then. Because I don't remember, like, if my dad was there. it's just like a whole bunch of different variations. Like if my dad's not there, I'm gonna get my friend to come back over, and it's, I don't know how to describe it to you. It's like a bunch of crazy life stories you have to be with. You got to be with our friends to know, I guess.
All right. Well, look,
That's probably what it is.
Carson, this is what I'm trying to figure
I
out.
don't want the person that gets hurt. I don't want you to know nothing about them.
What do you mean by that?
They killed my mom.
Well, explain what you're.
Chainsaws, machetes. What do you mean? Y'all are talking to me. I have a brother too.
Well, we can only talk one at a time.
Exactly. That's stupid.
Okay. Well, Carson, listen. I'm just trying to understand your timeline and where you're at and where everybody else is.
I know.
at.
I understand that.
That's all
It's
I'm
hard
trying to
for
figure.
me to like,
And I'm going to walk with you. It's fine, okay? We can take our time, okay? I'm not rushing you. It's fine.
And if I had my phone, it would be easier to tell the time.
Tell you what, I can go get a cord.
Please.
He'll charge it for you, okay?
Okay.
Is it a Samsung cord or?
Yeah,
iPhone.
you mind if I take it to the office, plug it in so I can charge it up?
No.
I've got a cord in there that we can plug it in.
So, all right, you got home around 10, and your mom was sleeping on the couch.
Right.
And she wasn't hurt or anything?
I ain't mess with her.
Well, I know that. I'm saying she wasn't hurt.
I didn't mess with her. I
Okay.
seen afterwards. So, okay. But I didn't walk over there towards her.
Okay. So tell me, after she was done, she was sleeping on the couch.
And then, oh my God.
What did you do? You said you probably went to your room, or
Wait,
what?
What was your question?
You said after you seen her sleeping on the couch, you said you probably went to your room.
Yeah, I either went to my room or fireplace, maybe.
Okay, which is it? Which one did you do? Did you go to your room?
Maybe both.
Okay. And
yeah.
then what happened after that? Did you go to sleep or just stay in your room? Or
No, I did go out to the fire. I went to my room, then I did go back to the fireplace, went back to my room, and then that's when my dad got there. And then I heard screaming, I ran in there, and then I instantly seen a pillow right there covered in blood.
Where was the pillow at?
It was like in the middle of there's like this little hallway going to the living room. It was right there.
Okay.
And
So
I think my dad like threw a sling it or something.
Okay. So the fireplace.
I'll never
Where's the
forget that.
fireplace? Is this an indoor or outdoor fireplace?
Fireplace, the little fire pit. It's
Okay,
a small fire
Or are
pit.
you talking about the fire pit? Okay. So you said you went out to the fire pit, and then what'd you do?
Just sit there.
Okay. And then
I do that about
and then
every
you
night.
said your dad got home. That's what you just said.
I went inside before my dad.
Okay. You
Yeah.
went inside. Okay.
Yeah, I went inside before my dad got home because the fire was out, and then whenever I was just sitting in my room, and then my dad got home, and I heard a bunch of screaming, and that's when I ran in there, rushing in there. I don't even remember what he was saying, but he was screaming and stuff, and all I seen was a pillow, and I just walked out because I couldn't look at it.
Where'd you walk to?
Where did I walk to?
Mm-hmm. Where'd you go after that?
Like after I seen the pillow.
Mhm.
Honestly, I don't know. I think I kind of like walked, then, you know.
And what was your dad wearing when you seen him? Do you remember?
Nope, no idea.
Okay. How long did your dad
Probably
get home?
some camo, but huh?
How long was your dad home from the time you heard the screaming?
How long was he home since I heard the screaming? Like my dad just got home, then I heard the screaming.
Well, that's what you said earlier. You said you weren't sure if he was home, and then you said he just got
Nah,
home.
he was freaking out. He wasn't like screaming, you know.
How did you know your dad
Right.
just got home? Is what I'm trying to ask.
I heard the door.
You heard which door?
The door, the red door.
The front door?
The front door is loud. I mean,
Okay.
you can hear it.
Okay. And then after you heard the door open, then what?
And then I still stayed in my room, and then like 2 seconds later, he said, "She's dead." That's exactly what he said.
Okay, how did he say it?
Screaming.
Okay. Do you know who would do this to your mom?
No.
When was the last time that you saw your mom alive for sure?
Well,
You said you got back home.
6, 7.
Okay. But when you went to go get the smoke,
She was laying down on the. Whenever I left, last time I seen her, she was laying down on the couch and
in the living room. In the
yeah.
front room.
And what time was that?
probably about 6 or 7,
Okay.
around 6 or 7.
And then you left, got smoked.
Right. I went 2 different places, got 2 different smokes, and at 2 different times. And one of them took about 30 minutes, and then one of them took about 15.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Right after that.
And then what'd you do after you got the smokes?
Then I went to my fireplace.
Which, you mean the fire pit when you
Fire
say
pit,
fireplace?
yeah.
Okay. And what time was that about?
I already told you what time I got to the fire pit, but it was probably about. Oh, dang, I don't remember what I told you. It was probably about 9.
Okay. So, you're stating that the last time you seen your mom alive was around 6? Or is it something else?
Yeah, but that question ain't really making a lot of sense. The last
Okay.
time I seen my mom,
Mm-hmm.
it's really like I just want to eat this board right here.
When was the last time?
Whenever I left.
Okay, what time was that?
Whoa, okay, whenever I left the first time.
Okay. About what time was that? Was it light outside, dark?
It was light. It was pretty light.
Okay. So the sun hadn't gone down yet when the last time you seen
It
your
was
mom?
pretty light now. The
Okay.
sun might have been going down, but it was pretty light.
It was still light enough you could see outside.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was the last time you seen your mom? And she was on the couch?
But no. See, you're confused.
Too.
I need my phone.
That's what we're just trying to make sure that we're on the same page with you. We want to understand.
Because
What?
a couple
It's
of your
impossible.
statements, your timeline kind of keeps mixing up. So that's what I'm trying to.
I'm
walk
really
with.
good at that, though. I'm good at that. I'll admit that.
Well,
Like
let me ask-
timelines and like
Let me ask
on
you this.
points, exactly 9
Okay.
o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm good at that.
Well, that's all
What's
we're
up?
trying to establish. So let me ask you this: you said a statement earlier. You said you knew this was going to happen. What did you
I
mean
ain't
by
say
that?
that. No, I did not say that.
Well, actually, I wrote it down when you said it.
I knew
so
this was going to happen.
You said it, and I wrote it down right when you
I
said it.
knew this. No, I never.
Okay.
I didn't say. No, time out.
Okay, it's fine.
I might have said something similar or
Okay,
whatever.
what did you mean?
No, when did you hear me say that?
Right
I'm
at the beginning.
curious.
Yeah, right at the beginning.
Of here?
Mm-hmm.
I knew this was going to happen. And, well, I was. About what? You knew what was
I'm
going
trying
to
to
happen.
ask you. I'm trying to ask you what you meant by that.
Well, shoot, I'm over here freaking out. I think I'm, like, in jail right now.
You're not in jail.
You're not.
I
You're
know,
not.
but it's just the way I am.
We're trying to figure out what happened to your mom. Okay.
That's taken care of. What are you doing? Let's like put in some investigation or
That's
something.
what we're doing.
That's what we're doing right now. Okay.
We have to get the timelines. Everybody that's seen her. We got
Some
the bill. We got the
damn
bill.
kid probably.
Why do you think that? Is there a kid in particular? you
Not
think?
particular. Well, there was, but I don't really think so.
Who?
No, that. I mean, he's done for. I don't-
Well, let me ask you this. I want to help me understand what it's like in your household living there. How would you describe living there at your house?
It's arguments. It's pretty. I mean, it's arguments and fights all the time.
Okay, who's
But it's
arguing?
not like no pa or fighting. It's like
Who's arguing?
pouring milk and Mountain Dew on each other type of fighting.
Right. Well, who's
That
fighting?
happened
I mean,
last-
is that between
that happened
you
last
and,
night.
and mom, or you and
No.
dad, or
Dad, them two.
you talking about you two being, or them two being your mom and dad?
Yeah,
Okay.
that happened last night.
What happened last night?
My dad poured Mountain Dew on my mom,
Okay.
and one time poured coffee on her.
What time did that all happen?
That one happened a while back. The coffee was yesterday. I mean, the Mountain Dew was yesterday, and something else serious happened yesterday, but I can't remember.
Tell us about it.
I'm thanking you, man. Like, it's just,
Listen, Carson.
I'm
know
a
you-
good kid, you
I know
know.
we've
know.
been through a lot, okay? But we have to get through this.
I know. I'm trying to help you. You know, I'm trying to give you good
Tell us about
information the
something
best I
else
can.
serious that happened.
Okay, let me think. Not to my mom though.
Well, just what did you
That's
mean
the
by that?
thing.
You said something else serious happened. That's what we're just trying to figure out. What?
Something serious about what?
Well, I don't know. That's what you said.
I mean, like, no, just petty stuff, really. Like the freaking Mountain Dew, that crap.
What caused that? What happened to make your dad pour Mountain Dew? on her?
Because they're bored and they want to argue about something. Duh, just like
You know what
every
they-
other human.
What were they arguing about? Do you know?
Let me think. Nah, they wasn't arguing about nothing at all.
He just come in and poured Mountain Dew on her for nothing.
But it's not like abuse or nothing. It's like a small argument. I don't know what they were arguing about, but
Where did that happen?
Dad was probably just like, nah. She said, "You want to pour that on me? I bet you I will." Just like that.
After, where were they at when he poured the Mountain Dew?
I was in my room, and this happened in the living room, but I could hear all of it, and I seen him pour the coffee on her,
What happened after?
hot coffee.
When was that?
That was a couple months ago. That was like 3 months ago. But
When,
my dad's he's not a bad person though. He's kind
No, I
of
didn't-
he's a little crazier, you know.
What happened after he poured Mountain Dew on her?
Well, actually, I don't know because I was in my room. Next thing I know, they both ran outside and then they locked themselves out. So I had to go unlock them in. And then my mom was trying to scratch me and stuff, but
That was tonight.
that was yesterday,
Well, what time was that?
late, like 11 o'clock. I'm surprised the cops didn't call in.
Like 11 o'clock last night.
Mm-hmm. Like they were screaming super loud.
And they locked themselves out of the house.
Yeah, that was accident.
Well, I
Or
mean, that's-
something happened. I don't really know what happened there.
I'm just writing notes so I don't forget what you're saying.
So they were arguing, and you said it's around 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the yard screaming.
Was anybody else at your house?
Mm-mm.
And then what happened?
Then what happened? Like, you better get your stuff. I'm gonna throw your stuff out in the yard. But they always be saying that.
Who was saying that then? Your mom or your dad?
Seems like my dad was saying that.
Okay.
But when my dad says it, he's more serious about it. Cause like he's walking towards the stuff to throw out.
And then what happened?
That's pretty much it, really.
So they're arguing in the front yard. And then, did you let him in, or at this point, okay, you let him in?
Yeah, because my mom was bing, 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 bing. Yeah.
Okay, and
She
then
was
what
better knock
happened
the
once
door
they came
down.
in?
Well, my mom started scratching me and stuff.
Scratching you where?
She just on my face. She was saying, "Why didn't you come to the door sooner?"
And then,
But
then what happened?
was that fight over? Yeah, that fight was over. They cooled off after that.
Okay. So, from the point that they were fighting and your mom was scratching your face to when you found her, how long was that time?
Hold on, time out, my bad. You lost me completely.
Okay. From the moment that they were arguing in the front yard and then you let them inside, okay, how long was it until you found your mom on the couch and the pillow?
No, that was the day before.
Oh, all that happened the day before?
No, the first part of that happened the day before.
The fighting in the front
Yeah,
yard?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
That
yeah.
happened Friday?
Was that yesterday?
No, that was Saturday. It was yesterday.
Okay, well
It's
now,
Sunday morning now.
I know that's confusing. So yeah, I guess it was Friday.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what time was it that your dad was cooking burgers?
What time did y'all get there? Do y'all know?
11:53.
It was like 9 o'clock then.
9 o'clock? Okay. And was he cooking by himself, or were you helping, or was she helping?
By herself.
Okay.
Where was she at during that time?
I think she was still laying down. I'm not sure. I ran off again. Because, like, whenever they're distracted, that's my chance to take off, you know what I mean? It's my only chance because they be on, yeah.
All right. I'm going to ask you another question. I want you to be truthful. Okay? Does your dad own any type of firearm? Handgun, rifle?
My dad?
Yes.
I don't know what my dad does.
Well, doesn't he like to hunt and stuff?
I don't know what my dad owns as a firearm.
Are there any in the house? Do you own one?
Okay, see, now that's a problem because there's no guns. No guns. There's no guns.
All right.
Yeah,
Carson,
okay.
What?
are you being 100% truthful?
They're not mine for sure.
I didn't say they were
Yeah,
yours. I'm just asking, are there any guns in the house? Because you know there's ways that we can test.
Okay,
Are there any guns in the house?
I don't know if my dad has any guns in the house, but look, I do, but you won't find them.
It's not to get anybody in trouble. We're just trying to answer that question.
I know. I don't know if my dad does or not. I don't think he does because a bunch of people took his rifles and shotguns and all this.
When they got stolen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see, look, you even know about that too. Where are they at?
Well, I don't know.
Come on, at least slide up and let me know where they at.
I wish we knew.
We're not going to talk about
That's
nothing.
more important then.
But we're trying to figure out, was there any guns in the house
Yes.
in the last 24 hours?
Oh, ask him.
Well, they are asking him, but we're asking you if you
He's
know.
already.
I just don't want to get him in trouble for the guns. Got no
Just
see
listen.
to
We've already talked
stay
to
out of
him.
there.
We've already talked to him, and we already know his answer. Okay. What I'm asking is you, so I can figure out where you're at. Okay. Are there any guns in the house? We already asked him. He already told us. We're trying. That's why I'm asking you. So now's the time to be honest.
Trying to establish that level of credibility here. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
So
Bro.
we've already talked to him. That's why I'm asking you. Are there guns in the house? We may already know this answer. I'm asking you.
I don't know. Not in my room. My room is like you
I
gotta.
didn't ask in your room. I said the whole house.
You gotta go like all the way down the hall. Then you take a left. But then there's the booby trap. So don't go in there.
What booby trap?
In my room, it's, you know, like one of them little mouse traps.
Yeah.
Pew!
All right, Carson.
What?
Are there any guns at your house?
Not mine.
I didn't say they were yours.
Hey, look.
I'm asking if there's a gun
It's
at your
not going
house.
to get your dad in trouble to say that there is.
Yes.
Because it sounds like you're trying to avoid that question, and you just said that you didn't want to get him in trouble.
So we've already talked to him.
So what y'all gonna do? What do you say? What y'all gonna
Well, that's
do?
what we're trying to get
We're
you
trying
to
to see-
trying to see if you're telling me the truth.
Okay, then the truth is the truth. Then what y'all gonna do? Because y'all already know his answer, and his answer is like the truth times 2.
Okay.
So-
You haven't told us an answer. You just say, I don't know, which is not accurate, and that's not what he's saying either. So do you know
My
if there's
answer
any
don't
guns?
really matter though. Like
Yes,
his
it
is the
does.
truth. Mine's just like
Your
an
answer does matter. Are there any guns in the house?
There might be. There might be. There literally might be.
Where would they might be located at?
In a vehicle.
Which vehicle?
I don't freaking know that.
Carson.
I don't know. My dad's is a vehicle.
Where does he keep them at?
I don't know where he keeps a damn gun.
Well, do you not go hunting with him?
No, man. We
Listen, I know a father and son
we go
relationship.
hunting and then we just leave the gun there.
Look, I know a father son relationship.
He's like, "Yep, we know about that."
Well, I mean, I don't know how you go hunting without a gun unless you go on
Oh
boat.
no, we don't go hunting no more. And we actually sold our. That's funny you said that 'cause we sold our hunting guns. My 270.
Okay.
I killed you up. I shot a 12 pointer.
Listen, Carson. All right. So you said he might keep one in his truck?
No. I didn't say that.
You just said that.
He might have a gun. He might have a gun. He
Okay.
might. I don't know.
What does it look like?
I don't know. I know he used to have
Pistol,
a.
shotgun,
Hold on
rifle.
now. Hold on now. I know he used to have a little AR thing.
Okay.
And yeah, that would have been my baby. But I like a miniature Draco. That's what I like.
Carson, look. I understand
I'm
a
just
father-son
bullshitting with you.
relationship. And I understand that you're wanting
To go home.
go home, but you're also wanting to protect him. You're
No,
scared to
I don't.
answer.
Hey, but when I get out of here, I'm not sure what the I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be bouncing off walls. You know, you feel me?
Just listen. I understand
You'll
that you're
see.
scared to answer some of the questions because you're afraid you might say the wrong thing. All we want is the truth. Because right now, that's going to help you. You understand?
I ain't going to no court.
I didn't say you're going to court.
I already got felony.
Listen. You understand how serious this is.
No, that's the thing. I really don't think I do. I think
Okay.
I just need a plea for insanity right now.
Carson, look at me.
Plea for what?
Insanity.
You seen your mom, right?
No.
That's how serious this is.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
This is serious.
Hey, bro.
There's nobody else in here.
I know it's crazy. He ain't arresting me or nothing.
Why would we arrest you?
Because he's saying my mom's name. Bro, I will destroy this whole room.
For what?
For no reason.
Well, that ain't gonna happen.
What?
That's not what we're here for. We want to get justice for your mom. Is that not
That's
what you want?
it. We're trying to find who did this to your mom.
Honestly. Okay, how we gonna do it? What we gonna do?
Well, that's what we're
It's
trying
like-
to ask questions and
But no, I'm the best teammate y'all got. You
and
know?
that's why we're trying to get good
And then
information.
y'all is just some damn police officers. I just need to hit the streets myself.
Well, right now, the last two people that saw your mom are you and your dad, and that's what we're trying to establish. When
Oh, no.
somebody last seen them, what was there, what was.
I couldn't look.
Okay, well, y'all were the last
I'm
two.
gonna be traumatized.
I'm sure,
It ain't even hit me yet, by the way.
and it hadn't. Did at any time you get over near your mom or anything to even check on her? Or?
I seen a pillow of blood right there, and that's as far as I could go.
What else did you see?
That's it. I seen my dad looking at her face.
What was he doing?
I don't know. I was getting out of the door.
Where'd you go after you seen her?
What?
Where'd you go after you seen her?
Out the door.
What does that mean?
Like, well, really, that's a lot of blood out the door. I got to get out of here.
Okay.
What did you think happened to your mom?
So my dad kept saying she got killed. She's killed. She's killed.
Was there anybody in the house
no.
besides you? Tell me who was in there besides you.
No.
What kind of relationship do you and your mom have?
We go everywhere together.
So you're saying pretty good relationship?
Yeah. Nah, like, I'm all she, like, it goes both ways. I'm all she got, and, you know, it goes both ways.
Okay.
What kind of relationship does your dad have with her?
With her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My mom, alright, it's like my mom tries so hard to, like, get attention and love from him, but he just, like, keeps doing his own thing, pretty much. You know?
Okay.
But, I mean, that's kind of, like, how it goes, but it's just sad either way. You know?
How would you describe your dad?
Yeah, he a little bitch.
What do you mean by that?
Nah, he's just He's just a butthole, but like life's torn him apart. I feel like, but he's not. He's a butthole. He's a grumpy old man. Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does he get grumpy about?
I mean, yeah, he's got other sides to him too, though.
Sure.
But pretty much, at the house, he's a grumpy old man.
When he's at the house around your mom, describe him. What is he like?
He's a grumpy old man.
I mean, out of 100% of the time, what percent is he grumpy with her? Like 50-50?
Nah, I'll say 100, but sometimes he'll make some smart remarks. Funny-ish remarks. You know what I mean?
To her or with her? Or?
Both, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Carson, let me ask you this. Did you hear anything last night? Any sounds, anything?
No. None at all, no.
Did you hear them talking?
Who?
Your mom and dad, or your mom or anybody?
No.
Because your mom has some injuries where it would take some, you would hear it, okay?
What you mean?
I mean, with that amount of blood, you would probably hear somebody getting injured. So that's why I'm asking you, did you hear
Injured?
Yes.
So she got injured? Like, what do you mean? Like punched in the face?
I don't know what happened to her, but she has injuries on her. And that's
There's
what I'm
trauma to her face
Yes.
and head, so we're trying to figure out.
Okay, that's a big difference of a lot of stuff, but okay.
So we're trying to, did you hear anything?
No, I didn't hear nothing. No.
Let me ask you this. Who would do this to your mom out of the whole world?
I mean, I can make a list of people that would want to hurt my mom.
That would be great.
Yeah. And explain why they would want to hurt your mom. Let me ask you this. Do you think your father's capable of doing this?
No. No.
And why do you say that?
He's not, unless he is really mad, and I ain't seen that really mad. But my brother wasn't around. That's the thing. If my brother was around, I would have knew he did it.
Why is that?
Because my brother would have done that easily.
Why
But he
did you
wasn't
say
around, though. That's the thing.
Where's he living at now?
Fort Smith.
Is that where he's at now?
Yeah.
Why do you think Brock would have done it?
Well, I don't know. People got their reasons. Everything works out in the end. You
Well,
know?
but there's something that made you say that. Just because you say it doesn't mean that.
Hey, no. Look, actually, I know why he would have done it, so he can get his house back.
What do you mean get his house?
That's what. It's kind of what he told me a long time ago, but I was adding it in there. But yeah.
What? You talking about the house y'all live in?
Yeah.
He said that he would do what?
Nothing. Well, I mean, it was kind of a joke that he said, but he.
Well, you got to understand, Carson. At this point, we
That's-
can't consider things a joke.
I know. That's what I was about to say
I
too.
mean, reality is here. So I mean, if he said that, that's something we might need to talk to him about. When's the last time you saw Brock?
I ain't seen dude in about 3, 4, 5, 6 years.
You ain't seen Brock in that long?
Yeah, about 2, 3, 4, 5 of them years.
Okay.
Slat.
Carson, let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Did you kill your mom?
Hell no.
Then who did it?
I don't know.
Well, you realize.
I got.
Go ahead. No.
Nah, cause whatever
I've
you
lost my
say.
train of thought now.
Listen, your dad's in there and you're in there, and your mom's dead. So help me understand that you didn't do it.
I lost that battle.
Do what?
I lost.
You
What do you
lost
mean?
what?
How am I supposed to prove whatever you want to prove? Whatever you want to hear. I mean,
It's not what I want to hear.
I
I
wanna
just
hear the
want the
truth.
truth.
okay. But in my situation, how am I supposed?
What situation?
I didn't do nothing. I didn't even smoke a blunt yet. That's all.
Then who killed your mom?
Killed?
Yes. It's you, your dad, and your mom at the house. I know you lock your doors because you said that when they went outside they locked themselves out.
No, they weren't locked. They're locked at night times, yes, but not.
It was nighttime.
It wasn't then.
How do you know
I don't
that?
think so.
Do you know that?
See, it's
beyond-
like, that's how it is in this conversation. Like, I know what you're gonna say before you even say it. Okay.
Well, that's fine, but we're just trying to get to the truth. You understand that?
I'm not trying to trick you. I'm just asking you simple questions. I don't want to trick you. I want just the truth.
Look, man, you love your mom a lot. I can just tell that when you talk about her. Your facial expressions change.
And she loved you.
I've met your mom. She was a very sweet lady.
I visited her at her work. She was great with those kids.
So we need to find out what really happened. And if you know something, Carson, now's the time to get it off your chest. Because you don't want to live with holding back when you can really get justice for your mother who did this to her.
She didn't deserve this.
I can tell by the look in your face there's something you're not telling me.
Nah, it ain't even that.
And what is it?
It's just something's got to be done about this.
That's what we're trying to do.
That's why. What time is it?
4:40 in the morning.
Yep, that's when the wolves come out.
Carson, your mother did not deserve this, okay?
She just wants me to eat. I'm hungry.
Okay, just listen. Your mom did not deserve this.
Trust me, I know that.
So help us figure this out. You were there.
There's something you're not telling us.
No, there's definitely nothing I'm not telling you though.
What did you hear tonight?
What did I hear?
Yeah.
From who?
And what was going on in the house? That house is not that big.
I just heard my dad screaming. And then
Okay.
that's whenever I ran out of my room to see what was going on.
What were you doing before
And
you heard that?
huh?
What were you doing when you heard him screaming?
Like when I was in my room?
Yeah.
I was probably just on my phone or
Okay.
something. I don't really remember. But I could tell something was serious by the way he was screaming.
Right. How long had you been in your room before you heard that screaming?
And I can't really tell you for sure.
Well, around.
But yeah,
Nesbitt.
around it wasn't that long. Maybe 10, 15 minutes, which is yeah.
So you were in your room. You went to your room, been there 10, 15 minutes. Then you hear your dad screaming.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And what was your mom doing the 10, 15 minutes before you went in your room?
Laying on the couch.
Did you see her on the couch?
I didn't even look at her.
I'm talking about before.
I
Your
had my
dad's
earbuds in, just walked right past her.
Is that pretty typical for you not to even?
When
Look at
she's
her when you walk
sleeping,
by?
yeah.
Okay.
But
Where was
actually,
your dad? The 10 to
hold
15
on.
minutes.
Right at that point you're talking about it. Hold on. He was there. Yeah, my dad was there
When you went to your room,
when I went to my room. Yeah.
where was he at?
And then so I guess like my dad's out here in the parking lot. He was still in the truck though. I do remember that because he was like in there with the heater and stuff. So I'm in my room. He comes in here and then he freaks out. And I run in here, look, and then I just eased out the door just like that. Oh man.
Carson, how did you know your dad was just sitting in the truck if you're in your room?
Huh? Because I just came in from outside. I had a bonfire. I had a really big bonfire going.
What was your dad doing before he was just sitting in the truck?
He was helping me with the bonfire.
Okay. And how long did that take?
Not that long.
Okay. And then he went out into his truck?
Nah, he might have well, he hangs out in the shed in the backyard a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes he just goes back there and just sits for hours or whatever. Like routines at my house don't really match up.
Okay.
I mean,
So he was out in the shed?
At one point, I know for sure. Oh yeah. Wow, because I remember I was smoking my blunt at the fire, and then he was in the backyard in the shed, and then that's when he came up here and got in the truck, and I was still sitting here smoking my blunt, and then I put it out, walked inside, went to my room. And then he eventually got out of the truck and followed me. A couple minutes later, like 2 or 3 minutes later, he followed me in.
when you went in, did you walk through the living room past your mom to get to your room?
Well, it's kind of like, all right, you go in the door and you go like this.
Which door? The red door?
Yeah.
So that's the front door.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know, but I was letting him know like
Yeah.
the path. You know what I
Alright.
mean?
So
There's
you go
like
in
2
through that
paths, but I always go this way. Everybody goes this way.
door. Okay. Now, when you went in through that red door, did you see that pillow with the
What,
blood?
No, it wasn't there then.
Okay.
Yeah, it got there
And then
because
how long was it until you heard the screaming?
like right after I got to my room, like I said, and then probably about 3 minutes after I got to my room, that's whenever I heard the screaming.
Okay.
And then that's when I went in there, and that's when I seen the pillow right there where I was about to step. And then that's whenever I freaked out and then went this way, and then I kind of peeked this way, and then I went back out. Pretty much just like
So
that.
when you walked in, you didn't see that pillow there, correct?
When I walked in, like
When
from
you
the
walked-
fireplace.
Yeah, to go to your
Yeah.
room.
No, I didn't
Okay.
see it.
But a few minutes later,
She was just laying there.
But a few minutes later, you see the pillow.
Right.
Okay.
Right. It was right in my walkway. Yeah.
Okay. So it's right in the walkway. I mean,
Yeah.
So if it had been there before, you'd have had to seen it.
Right. Right.
And that's the pillow was laying there in the blood.
The pillow was soaked in blood,
Okay.
and I think it was a white pillow. I don't know why that mattered, but yeah.
You didn't go over there and touch your mom or try to check on her or anything. You just
No.
when you saw that,
Right. Yeah.
you left. Okay. Are you able to write us the statement telling us what happened?
I mean, do I have to?
Well, you ain't got to. I mean, that's why we record it just in
Well,
case. But I
we
like
also
one.
have to take some photographs
Yeah.
of you. Okay.
That's fine.
We can knock out the photography
Yeah, we
first.
can
and
knock
can
that
go.
out real quick.
Okay.
I just
I
got to take
mean,
some pictures.
I don't
Just hang
mind
tight.
doing the paperwork.
Just hang tight up there.
Are you gonna take the photo? So I got your statement here. You said I was sitting at the bonfire. 30 minutes later, walk inside behind my dad, and he starts screaming she'd been shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you haven't mentioned that before,
I ain't mentioned that before.
that she was shot.
I don't remember. What did I say his words were earlier?
You just said he was screaming. That
No,
she's been
well,
that she
okay,
was
well,
killed.
he did say that. He did say that right there for it, too.
Okay.
He did say that she had been shot.
Shot, killed, and something happened to her, and she died, and
I need
she's
to-
red, and she's purple, whatever else.
I need
there,
to know
bro.
what he said exactly.
He said he said three things. He said shot, killed, and hurt. No, she hurt, yeah.
Okay.
Because I guess at first he thought she'd been hurt.
So it says 30 minutes later, you walk inside behind your dad. So you were there when he found her and started screaming, or?
Huh?
Okay, I'm reading your statement. It says I was sitting at the bonfire. 30 minutes later, walk inside behind my dad. And
My
starts-
dad walks in behind me.
Okay.
I didn't know how to say that.
Okay, so you walked in, and was he right behind you?
No, not right behind me.
Okay, how far
Like
behind
2 minutes.
2 minutes behind you.
Like a tight 2 minutes.
So where
yeah.
were you when he started screaming then?
I was in my room. I was on my
Okay.
bed, right, probably like plugging my phone in the charger, like right there. Yeah.
Okay. What was your dad wearing or doing or saying when he saw it when you
I have
come in
no idea. Probably his normal gear,
there? Okay.
which is like some camo or
Right.
some crap
Same
like
stuff he
that.
was wearing when he come up here?
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
But you didn't hear a gunshot?
No,
You didn't see did you see a gun?
no.
Did you,
Didn't see nobody else that I didn't know at my house.
so the only people that were at your house
And then
the whole
nobody's
evening
ever even
was-
like my friends that I hang out with now, they don't even steal from my house. Like the kids that come over now and that I go see, they don't steal from my house. They respect my house. And that's just
But the only ones that you saw in the house during any of that time today or last night was you, your dad,
right,
and your mom.
right.
Correct? Okay.
This whole day, yup.
Sorry, it was my alarm clock going off. Okay, so here's where I'm trying to get with. There's only 3 people in the house. One of them is now dead. How did she die? I mean, you're telling me she was shot now. We didn't know that before. Or that he said that she had been shot.
I'm not even looking at her.
You didn't
That's
look at
all?
her at all? I mean, when
I'm not even looking at her.
he's told her that she's dead and you didn't even look at your mother?
Not if my dad's screaming that in my face. No.
Okay.
Get me out of here. What the you mean? Damn, you too.
Who?
Oh, it's trying to piss me off.
Who is? Carson, we're just trying to get it straight. You ever watch those cop shows?
Yeah, I know it's not real. Okay.
Well, no, I mean some of them where they have to get the stories. They got to talk.
I know,
people.
and that's crazy
That's
because
what we
I
need.
actually know it's not real. But I don't
Well,
give a fuck.
some of it's pretty real. I've got a team out there at your house right now looking for evidence, collecting evidence. There's a whole team of folks out there. We're just here doing the
They
talking
better
to
not
y'all.
steal my grandma. They better
Stealing
not steal my
anything.
grandma.
We don't care about it. We're trying
They
to
ain't
figure
gonna
out what's
take my
going
weed?
on.
All right, cool. We cool. We cool.
The blunt that you smoked tonight, though, was there anything else in it, or was it just weed? It wasn't
No.
laced with anything?
No, but why
Okay.
you ask that?
Well, I just wonder. I mean, I've got to be able to say what your state of mind is. You're telling me
Yeah.
you smoked tonight. Okay. I don't give a crap about your right now.
Yeah, and I really didn't even smoke that much. I don't even like smoking. I'm about to stop smoking. Maybe making me paranoid. I'm gonna start smoking cigarettes,
Well, that ain't good for you either.
but it's up there.
Listen,
Hmm.
I need to know about the gun.
The gun.
What kind of guns does your dad have?
I don't know. I know he had an AR because that's the only thing I liked. Alright, see, look. Never mind. You wouldn't. I don't know if you'll believe me.
What about 22?
I believe you. You
That's
just
pretty
got
common.
Because like, if my murder weapon would be the AR. You see what I'm saying? See where I'm going with that? Because that bitch is sexy.
Well,
But-
but we're not asking that. I mean,
I
what
know.
guns does he have? That
I don't know. I just know he has an AR, and I know he has a rifle somewhere.
what kind?
Well, he did. Hold on. He was keeping them in a stash at somebody else's house, though.
You know whose house it was?
Yeah.
Who?
They own a pawn shop,
Here in Sherwood, or
Money Tree.
okay,
Or no, it's called something else now.
okay.
Macon. It's called, what is it called? I don't know, but we do a whole bunch of work for their family.
Okay. So how many guns does he store out there? A bunch? I mean, is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, there's it.
Wait, no.
I don't know. The freaking dude that lives out there, he's got a lot of guns. He's got a lot of guns.
Okay.
All right, look at the picture of this, and I'm gonna show it to the camera so it knows which one. Whose hoodie is that? Whose clothes is that?
Okay, hold on. Is it multiple colors or just one?
It looks
This
like
one
just one.
looks like a grayish looking.
Okay, well it might be mine.
Okay. When were you last wearing that?
No, I said it might be mine. I don't know.
Well, it was in the kitchen on the back of a chair.
In the kitchen. It looks a lot dirtier than what
Well,
what
I mean,
Here.
look.
here's another.
It looks a lot dirtier
Look.
than my jacket
It's
does.
got
That's-
camouflage.
There you go.
It's got here. I'm showing.
That's a clear picture. Yeah.
It's got camouflage inside the hoodie. It's pretty large.
Huh? That ain't mine. Then.
Whose is it?
That ain't mine. That's
Is-
crazy. It ain't mine.
I
thought
know
I
that.
thought
It was
all
in your
gray.
house. It was in your house.
I know it's weird. And I ain't never seen it before.
It looks too large for you to wear.
I ain't never seen that before. My mom wouldn't wear that. My brother wouldn't wear it. My dad wouldn't wear that.
You said your dad likes to wear camouflage.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, that looks too small for
Can you
him.
see
Don't you think?
that on the front? It says Antler Creek.
Antler Creek, that's dad's. Yeah, that's my
Okay.
dad's.
Yeah, it looks like it's been worn a bunch. Okay.
So that is your dad's?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Is there anything else?
No.
Okay.
When's the last time you remember seeing him wearing that?
Recently.
Like, how recent?
Within the week. He wears that jacket a lot.
All right. Carson, is there maybe something that I forgot to ask or something you'd like to add before we conclude this interview?
No. Not that I can think of.
Okay.
But if I do think of something, I'll let y'all know.
Okay.
Alright.
You want to go ahead and conclude this
Yep.
interview?
Yep.
All right. Current time now is 5:10 a.m. Going to conclude this interview.
It's lit. We finna go.
Following Carson Glover's initial interview, detectives continued working to establish a clearer timeline of events. At the same time, officers spoke with Carson's father, William Glover, who stated that he had discovered his wife, Sonya, unresponsive on the living room couch. Instead of calling 911 himself, William ran to a neighbor's house and asked them to place the call. As investigators compared the statements given by William and Carson, several inconsistencies began to surface. Hoping to clarify the timeline, detectives brought Carson in for a second interview. However, that conversation yielded little. Carson remained vague, and investigators were unable to obtain any concrete information. The case took a significant turn days later when William Glover returned to the police station and disclosed new, critical information to investigators. Details that would change the trajectory of the case. Based on what William told them, detectives obtained a warrant and placed Carson Glover under arrest. He was brought in for a third interview, this time not as a witness, but as the primary suspect in the murder of his mother, Sonya Glover.
Drink this water. Let's go back to that night. Tell me what happened. Tell me what happened during that day.
Waiting for a funeral.
You was waiting for a funeral. What's that mean, man?
Maybe it made me feel better. I don't know. That's what I was doing.
Carson. I came up here because I'm concerned about you. You
I don't know what to say. I don't know.
You just gotta
I'm
get
going
the truth
home
out.
anyway.
You just gotta get the truth out, man. That's all you gotta do. Tell me what happened, man. And then we'll just go from there, okay?
What's gonna happen to me?
Just we're gonna talk about it all after that. I'll be straight up honest with you. So first, you have to tell me what happened. You gotta meet me halfway. Okay? Carson, you gotta get it out of you, man. I told you yesterday I was eating you alive. Tell me what happened. So I can help you. Why'd you kill your mom? Carson, you have to answer that question. For her sake. I know you loved her. I know that. You have to tell me why. You need to do it for her sake and for yourself.
Okay. It's just not like that.
Then tell me what it's like. You have to tell me your story.
Anyway, it's not like that.
Well, then tell me what it's like. Tell me what it's like, Carson. What is it then?
Hell.
Walk me through that day, Carson. Come on. You're not helping yourself here. I tried to tell you that before, and you won't believe me. I've been doing this a long time. If I tell you something, it's the damn truth. Carson, if
I don't even really know where I'm at.
I'm going to tell you this, Carson. If I walk out that door and you didn't tell me what happened, it's not going to be good for you. That's point blank. We already know what happened. That's why you're here. But if you don't tell what happened, it's not going to help your case. I promise you that. It's going to make it worse. I'm giving you the opportunity right now to tell me what happened. This will be the third time. Well, that's it after this. You got no more chances. I'm your last straw right here. And that's it.
You're talking to me.
I am here talking to you. And I told you I would, but you got to meet me halfway. I told you, tell me what happened, and then I will work on getting you some help. But if you don't, then we'll walk out that door. And then I gotta go call a prosecutor and tell him you didn't give me jack shit. You could care less. You think that's gonna go over well for you? What do you think?
You should be telling them, but it's just like it's not the truth, so whatever, tell them.
Then if you start talking to me, then I won't have to do that, will I? Carson, do you love your mom? Do you love your mom, Carson?
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Well, then talk to me and tell me how much you love her by talking to me.
You're the only one that did.
You're the only one that did?
Yes.
I believe it. You hear me? I believe it. You told me about how you constantly couldn't wait for her to come home. So tell me what changed that day. Was it because they weren't going to support you no more? Was it because of court fines?
She was probably ready to go.
What do you mean by she was ready to go? I don't understand what that means. What do you mean? Help me out. Tell me what you did that day.
Yeah, I probably split some wood with my dad.
You split some wood with your dad.
Probably, yeah.
That's some hard-ass work, ain't it?
Yeah, but I love it though. I love splitting wood.
All y'all got is a maul. Y'all don't even have a log splitter. That's some,
Like, I'll knock out a whole rig real
that's
quick.
some back-breaking work right there. I believe you're a hard worker.
The hardest work there ever will be.
How long did y'all split wood, would you guess? Or how many ricks did y'all do?
This work.
Do you know how many ricks y'all did?
Like, what you mean that one day?
Yeah. That's the only day we're talking about.
Okay, I remember he didn't even have a whole rig.
Okay.
He was like, that's not even enough for a rig, is it? I remember saying that, exactly.
Where did you get the wood at?
I'm not sure, but probably Camp Robinson, or
Does he cut the trees down himself, or they already cut?
they're already cut down.
Does he have to pay for it, or does somebody just let him have it to cut it up?
Yeah, somebody lets him have it. Like they're clearing out a lot or something.
So he'll just go by there and get it?
Yeah.
Are you good with a chainsaw?
Yeah. That's my baby. Yeah, I'm good with chainsaw. I like running chainsaw. That's probably my favorite part.
How old were you when you started first putting wood?
Recently, probably about, well, like 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
And then back then we were just selling it to a couple people. Like we were selling it to like meat shops
Mm-hmm.
and like,
You gotta do the meat shop in Gravel Ridge?
yeah, Arnell's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and and the meat shop, yeah.
Okay. So y'all split some
And
wood?
now we sell wood to down the street from my house is that garden place, you know?
Yeah.
Arkansas Gardens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we sell them firewood. Like we sell them a lot of firewood. Like we just keep bringing it to them. They can never run out.
Well, they just sell individual bundles and stuff
Yeah.
to the rich folks, I guess. Alright, so y'all split some wood. Then what did you do? Come on, Carson.
Okay, just I mean, I was gonna say like my dad probably left. That's what he would do. He would have left again to go somewhere else.
Do you know where he went?
He would have probably said like, I'm gonna go look for another tree.
Okay.
I mean, that's just. But see, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I don't know exactly. That's just like what he typically would say.
Okay. That's fine. That's what you thought he did, right?
Right.
Okay. Then that's not lying.
That's pretty much what he would do.
Okay. Well, then that's not lying. Okay. So he went. So what did you do after that?
I stayed at my house, and my mom was shopping. She went shopping for a little bit in the middle of the day.
Didn't you tell me she
Like-
went to like the Goodwill?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. She went to Dollar Tree and Goodwill,
Mm-hmm.
and she also went to Jacksonville.
Okay. And then she came home.
She came home. Yeah, that's all I remember.
Come on, Carson. You only got to do it once, and that's just with me, and then we're good, okay? You're doing good so far. So she came home, and then what happened?
We didn't do nothing, I guess. Or 'cause I don't remember.
Okay. What happened
Yeah,
next?
usually me and my mom would go outside and break leaves or something.
Okay.
Or, like, you know, pick up little grass out of the rocks and stuff. You know, my mom
Yeah.
loved doing that. Like, it was, I forgot what she called it, but
That was her thing, though, right?
yeah.
Okay. And then what
She
happened?
had a lot of little things like that.
Okay.
That, like,
And you knew them all,
right.
and you did them all
I was
with
the
her.
only one that knew about half of them.
And
And then it's just sad to me because, like, on Facebook, all these people saying stuff.
Mhm.
They don't know her. They don't know nothing. She wouldn't like them.
Exactly. You knew her, though. You knew her better than anybody else.
No, like, nobody knows the conversations that me and her had.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget.
So then what happened?
Like, she would always be like, I didn't know what she meant, never knew what she meant, but she'd be like, it's bothering me. That was like the most recent one she said. And like, just like little things like that. But I never knew what she meant. Ever, but like, and then she would say it in a different voice. It's weird. It's crazy.
Alright, so then you gotta
Like,
tell me
about
what
every day she would do that.
every day.
And then I wouldn't say nothing. I would just probably just stare or something. I don't know. But I didn't know what it meant.
Mhm. So then what happened?
I seen the dog licking the blood up.
You seen the dog licking the blood up? So you're done splitting firewood, she comes home. What happens next?
Just whenever I started, probably about like an hour after she got home, that's whenever she was like, I don't remember what she said exactly. She was like, my head hurts, I'm gonna lay down for a little bit. And then, waited for she went to sleep, and I went and got my blunt and stuff. And also, then I had the fire pit. But honestly, I don't.
Then what happened, Carson? You're doing good.
It seemed like I took her phone to use it for something. Her hotspot is what I'd be getting her phone for. I do it all the time. While she was asleep, she kind of gets a little mad. She'd be like, "Don't touch my phone." But it's not like, "Don't touch my phone." It's like,
Keep going.
then I went outside and then come back in till my dad got home. Or till my dad, till I went in and my dad followed me, I guess you would say.
Okay. Then what happened?
That's when he flipped out.
Okay, Carson. You didn't tell me what happened, and you're not being truthful.
No, I'm not being truthful.
Because you missed a lot. You missed a lot.
It's very hard for me to lie.
You missed where she died. You missed that part. So Carson, come on. It's time to stop playing.
I'm just ready to go.
You ready to go where? Because right now, you have the opportunity to talk to me. Tell me what happened, and I can help you. Look at me. Look at me. Right now. I'm giving you this chance. Tell me what happened. Carson, I already know what you did. But you have to show that you're cooperating to help you.
Okay, y'all told my friends that like there was freaking fingerprints on a gun. Probably. I don't know, all of them. My fingerprints probably on all the guns in the house.
Okay.
Is that illegal?
No.
I mean, I never possessed them.
No.
I have touched them, and I to that.
That's fine.
And I even at one point acted dumb and recorded myself with one of them before.
Okay. That's fine.
They are.
That's fine.
And then I posted on my Instagram being really dumb.
Almost everybody your age does.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's fine. But you guys show me your cooperation. Which gun did you use? Yes, you do. Carson, now it's the time.
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
That's what I said.
Yes, you do know.
How would I know?
Because you did it. Now, we're done with you trying to play that you have nothing, you've done nothing. We're done with all that. Now it's time to be truthful, honest, and get it over with. Okay? Because then I can help
No,
you.
it's like straight pressure. That's all.
You get it out once and you're done. And then we could talk. You hear me? We won't talk about any more of that. You understand?
Yeah, I just want like a little cigarette.
Well, you gotta
like
give
a
me a
cheeseburger or something.
Well, I can get you all those things, but first, I'm not just going to give them to you. You got to give me something. You understand? You give me one.
But that's not.
Not what? Because you haven't met me halfway. I've met you 3 times. Spent hours with you.
Okay, but I'm not gonna get caught in the middle. Then I'm getting ate by a shark.
Carson, I'm here to help you. You're not helping yourself. already know what happened.
Dang, I was gonna take a bedbug's job.
Carson, tell me what happened. And then we're done with all this.
He's a good man, though. I've always liked him.
Okay,
And
that's
his
good.
son.
That's good.
I kinda got a drug problem.
Okay.
Well, like, not really, but like, I get addicted to eating. I guess you can say, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But like, it's hard for me to start. Like, I usually don't be like, all right, let's start doing a bunch of drugs.
I
But
know.
when I get to doing drugs, yeah,
Okay. Were you high that day?
no.
Okay.
But it was like 2 days before.
Okay.
It was
What'd you
my
do?
First time getting high in a while.
What'd you do?
I just smoked a lot of weed.
Okay.
Well, like I said, weed makes me paranoid, so I don't really like smoking weed. Like, it makes me feel different than it used to make me feel.
Can you tell me what happened in that living room? Let's get it over with.
D unit.
Do what?
D unit.
What does that mean?
That's where I was.
D unit. I don't know what that means, Carson. Help me understand what that means. Hold your head up. Come on. Tell me what happened in the living room. Now's the time. It's now. You hear me? Did you take something that made you crazy? You
No.
weren't thinking straight? It's okay. Did you take some kind of pill or something? You didn't know what it was, or it made you act different?
No.
Why'd you shoot your mom? Just tell me why. Why'd you shoot your mom?
Dude, no. That's not what happened. You should probably ask somebody for that.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I guess you should have wrote it down.
Carson, I know you shot your mom. I'm asking you why. Why'd you do it? I told you, we got to fix now. I told you that yesterday. I'm trying to help you get through this now. I'm just asking you, why did you do it? I know you're scared of your dad. You hear me? I know who he is. I know you're scared of him. But you're talking to me here, okay?
He's a truck, but he's my dad.
Look, your dad ain't here. And you're your own man. You hear me? You're your own man. You need to quit letting your dad have control over you. And you need to tell me what was going on through your mind that day. What were you thinking that day? You need to talk to me now. Come on. Carson, you're not helping yourself. Carson, this is some serious shit. And you're not helping yourself. And I'm giving you...
it's over.
It's not necessarily over. You need to tell me what happened. If I show that you're cooperating, it's going to help you a lot. If you basically just keep doing this...
I mean, I really turned myself in. Y'all didn't even know it, though.
How's that?
Because I knew what was going to happen. But I just couldn't see myself walking to the police station. So I was kind of risking it, because maybe she was telling the truth.
Who was?
My sister.
What'd she tell you?
Well, I told her to come get me, and then that's how they arrested me.
You turned yourself in for what?
What?
You turned yourself in for what?
That's what everybody was saying. This family I was staying with, and one of my friends. My
What?
sister.
What were they telling you?
To turn myself in.
Why?
Because they talked to somebody that I didn't talk to.
What did they
saying
tell
that
them?
there was fingerprints on a gun, and it's something else that was impossible. Like that, the other thing they said was really impossible.
Well, after we...
Well, I mean, no, it was just like obviously not the truth, but like fingerprints on a gun. I mean, I said that's possible. I mean, that's very serious. Like, no, it's about 80-90% sure
What was
that my fingerprints are probably on all of them, because I mean, nobody cleans them, you know.
What was the other thing they told you?
Well, she sent a bunch of messages. Well, then she finally told me that don't text me. I don't want to be involved in this. So. They said that they pulled up on one of my friends, 7 dudes with guns and shit.
Carson, show me your cooperation. You gonna cooperate with me or not? Carson, this is your... You don't know? Then I'm just wasting my time?
What'd you say?
I said, are you gonna show me that you're cooperating? Or are you gonna cooperate with me? Carson.
I've been cooperating. I mean, I've talked to you for about, you might not even realize it, but it's been about 20 hours.
Okay.
I mean, I think I've been cooperating.
When I ask certain questions, you don't answer them.
Maybe I don't
Okay.
hear them.
Okay, how about this? What weapon did you use? And I know you heard that. Now just sitting there being quiet doesn't make
I'm
it go away.
thinking of what I could possibly say.
You're gonna say the truth.
Like, I don't know. In my mind, like, for some reason I was thinking pellet gun.
Not a pellet gun.
I know, it's weird, ain't it? That's what I was thinking.
Which weapon did you use? Carson, which weapon did you use? Carson, I told you, I'm trying to help you here. You're not helping yourself. And you think by just not saying anything, it'll just magically go away. It won't. This is your last opportunity.
It's supposed to, though.
It's not going to. This is your last opportunity to fix what little you can. So if you're not going to, then I'm just going to walk out. I can't help you after that. What weapon did you use? Let's get this over with, and then we can talk about other stuff. Which weapon did you use?
AR?
Did you use the AR?
No, I ain't use AR for nothing. I ain't even shot at a target, rabbit, or nothing.
Okay. Just tell me which weapon you used.
quit pulling me around and just tell me which weapon you used. Because I ain't bullshitted you once. I've been straight with you. Which weapon did you use? Which weapon did you use? Carson, you need to tell me now.
I don't even know what freaking weapons are in the house.
Carson, quit bullshitting me. It's time is now, okay? You need to tell me which weapon you used.
You gotta know that already.
You have to tell me so I can tell the prosecutor you were cooperating.
Cooperating? How? I mean, I've been talking to you.
You have to tell me which weapon you used. If you don't tell me that, I have to tell him something different.
It's like one... Never mind.
It's what? Let's get this
It's
over.
like one sentence said, that's what goes.
Carson, you need to tell me which weapon you used, and then we can go from there, okay?
Okay.
And I can get you the help. But you have to tell me which weapon.
Nah, I'm gonna see my brother and my dad.
Alright, Carson. So you're not going to cooperate?
I don't know how.
You just tell me which weapon you used. And you need to be honest.
Me, I'm probably gonna grab the chainsaw.
Shut up, Carson. Come on, let's go. Which weapons you used? I already know you shot her. We're past that. I just need to know which weapon you used.
I didn't even say I shot her.
I know you shot her. Carson, I'm fixing to get up and walk out, okay?
Well,
Because you're not going to cooperate with me. Just tell me which gun you used. That's all I'm asking. What's happened's already happened. After this, I could either call a prosecutor and tell him how you were, or I could tell him a different way. What do you want? Where is the weapon? Carson, bullshit.
I ain't been nowhere. I mean, I've walked a couple places.
Tell me where the weapon
Walked
is.
to the police station, back, and... I'm tired of shit with you. I got too many damn cops.
Carson,
Tired or something.
Carson,
Word.
look at me. Look at me. I know you shot your mom. Okay. I just need to know which weapon you used. Where it's at. And you're not
Mom,
telling
so
me...
like a kid doesn't get it or something?
I need to... That would be nice. I hope it ain't where a kid could get it. I need to know which weapon you
That don't
used.
make no sense.
I walk out that door.
I mean, I have freaking temper tantrums, like, anything thrown around, I probably did it.
What else did you do?
Nah, I'm not saying I had a temper tantrum that day or even a couple days before that. I didn't. But sometimes I do.
Well, what happened
Like,
that day?
I've even dragged my mattresses out, threw them in the yard for her.
What happened that day?
Nothing. I mean, we was both feeling good. The whole family was feeling good. Wait. Do you remember? Is that the same day my mom found out that I stole $40?
Yes.
It is the same day.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like, she was a little pissed off when she got home, but like, I just give her a hug and stuff and just come around, and she was over that. I mean,
Then why'd you do it? And tell me why. Because if you don't, it's going to make you look like a monster. You did it for no reason. So tell me why you did it. Get it off your shoulders.
Y'all are older than me. Y'all supposed to know. Y'all just kids.
Your dad said y'all were arguing.
No. Who? Wait. When?
We talked to him.
When? When was we arguing?
Last night. We talked to him.
I think we. No.
We learned a lot.
We was arguing on our lunch break. Well, she was pissed on her lunch break. That's whenever she actually found out that I stole some money. I mean, the reason I did that, I bust my butt and, like, split firewood so my dad doesn't pay me.
He paid her instead, didn't he?
Gave her $20. That was supposed to go to me, because we just delivered some firewood.
So did you confront her about it?
What do you mean? Like,
Your dad said he paid her $40.
no, I seen the $20 he handed her, so.
Okay. Does that make you mad?
No. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't give it. Well, the only reason he gave me mad because I wanted him to give it to me, so I give it to her.
Okay.
Just because it was my situation, you know. And it's actually that money that he gave her was supposed to go to me. We just delivered some firewood. That's it. Like he paid me like $40 a month. We're splitting firewood every day, and I just loved it. You know, something to do, and I was good at it. I just like swinging the axe.
Then why'd you do it? Were you mad at your dad?
No. I wish I would kill again.
Then why'd you shoot your mom? Then what? You got no reason why?
I ain't say.
You ain't said shit. I'm trying to help you here. You got to tell me why.
It's kind of like beyond brainwash.
Tell me more about that. Tell me about brainwashing.
Or you can call it training,
Okay.
or
Who trained?
building, or but they didn't give me the right information. So like I was gonna f it up anyways. They didn't tell me nothing.
It's, you just gonna f what up?
The training,
What training?
boot camp.
Tell me about boot camp. Tell me about boot
I mean, my parents are smart. We just found this out about 3 months ago.
Found what out 3 months ago?
That they're smart. They're actually smart. They're not dumb. They're smarter than you think they are.
How'd you find that out?
Well, you see, about 3 or 4 months ago, I was like, I don't know what it was, like a stage in my life, like maturity maybe, or I don't really know what it was. Growing up, learning more stuff, opening your eyes. And then it's just like, I've been becoming a different person every day. That's what my dad said at one point. But then again, it's just crazy.
What is crazy? What is crazy?
'Cause I just don't know.
You just don't know what?
It's like, it's always felt like it was always a joke on me.
What was it?
Like
joking?
the end of the death trap. Like, they knew I was going to die from the day I was born.
They told you that?
Not exactly. They said things that made me feel like that's what they were trying to say.
Okay.
My dad. Especially, like, in the past 3 months. And then since that 3 months, like, then they would start saying different things to me that I've never heard before.
Like what?
Like then that's when my mom would start saying them type of things. Like it's bothered me, and I'll never forget her face when she said that. Really.
She said what?
She said, like she went like, it's bothering me, but her eyes was over here. She said in a different voice. She came to my room just to say that. Like walked back there to my room, and I was like cleaning my room, and she was like, it's bothering me. And turned around.
What do you think she meant by that?
I don't know. I don't know. But I just keep saying that.
Well, what changed that day?
What did it happen?
Yeah, the day it happened, what changed that day?
Well, like I said, we was all having a good day.
Mm-hmm.
The day before or even earlier that day wasn't good. Like, it wasn't good at all. But, like, that afternoon, we was doing good.
When she got home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, for her nap, like, that little hour, like, we, like, hung out for a little bit. I don't really remember what we did for that hour, but we did talk for like, an hour, it seems like.
Okay.
I mean, that's what we normally do.
What y'all talk about?
Oh, she got in the well, that don't matter. She got in the shower in there too.
Mm-hmm.
This is what she always does. Like as soon as she gets home, she takes a shower and just goes on the couch.
Okay. What happened while she was on the couch?
Like normally she'd just be laying there watching like The Voice. We like watching The Voice. Like America's Got Talent, but you know that's over with. We don't watch that no more. Like we just like.
What happened that day she was on the couch?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. What happened that day? What changed?
She was like nothing changed.
What would you say?
It's bothering me.
Okay. So what happened that day while she was on the couch?
Damn, I don't even remember what she was watching then.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, it kind of does. Like, it's really like the only thing that really would matter.
Okay. And why's that?
I kind of want to. I want to say it was doing survival.
Okay.
Or that little. No, that's Survivor show. I think it's called Survivors.
Okay. So she was watching that.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then she didn't make it through that whole episode. I know she didn't.
Why's that?
Like, well, she never does. Like she can't watch the whole episode of anything. She'll pass out.
She'll go to sleep.
Yeah. Like movie, just like 15 minutes, she fell asleep.
Okay.
She's not interested.
So she watching the show, and then what happened? She go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then what'd you do?
Just like tinkered around.
Tinkered around, and then what? You tinkered around, and then what? Come on, Carson.
It's like I said the same thing, and it's like I'm just gonna say the same thing again.
Why?
I mean, I didn't say that I looked for my sticks to put on my fire. I did do that. And like I walked up the street because I knew that this lady, she was putting her sticks out to the street. So I like walked up there and got them out of freaking trash.
Then what happened while she was on the couch? Then what happened, Carson? What happened then?
I was just roasting my hot dogs in the fire.
Okay. When you're done roasting the hot dogs, what happened?
Well, see, I had one hot dog and I left all of them out there and made a big mess. And my dad was tripping about that.
Okay.
I left the ketchup and mustard and all that stuff just,
You got pretty pissed?
yeah. Well, because I always leave the lids off stuff and you're like, put the lids back on it.
So you're pretty angry?
Yeah, well, he always is.
Okay.
He's always the same though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know how to defeat him, like, on a day-to-day level, you know?
Every day's a battle with him?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, yeah, especially if you're going to work with him, yeah, he's going to be in your ear just knick-knacking back there.
When your mom was on the couch, what happened? Carson, what?
I've never done it.
You've never done it?
No.
Never done what?
Anything, really, in my life.
I'm talking about what you did to your mom. Why'd you do it? Why, Carson? Why'd you shoot her? Why? You ain't got no reason? You just did it for the hell of it? Is that it?
That was a pretty good statement, but you said it wrong.
And why'd you do
And
it?
then that's just
Then,
crazy.
then you phrase it for me. Then why'd you do it? We've already talked to your
I don't
dad.
even remember, like...
We've already
Okay,
talked to
I'm
your dad.
like, I don't know about that question. Well, I know there ain't no shotguns in the house.
Carson, which
Like,
weapon
I know
did
there's
you...
I don't know. I know the AR. I know there's a handgun. Okay? That's all I know. And I know there's some type of long rifle.
Which one of those you used in? Which weapon did you use? Now, we've already talked to your dad. I'm trying to see if you're being truthful.
His truth ain't my truth.
I know he called you little bastard. What'd you do? Get over here.
Little
I know
bastard.
all that. I know he was screaming bloody murder at you after it.
No.
You were screaming too. I know all that.
What is you saying? I never heard that.
Bullshit.
My dad didn't say Bloody Mary.
I didn't say Bloody Mary. He called you a bastard.
No, okay.
I know all this stuff. I'm trying to see if you're going to be truthful with me or not. You need to help yourself here. Because your dad told us. So now's the time. He called you a bastard.
When?
When he discovered her.
I don't remember that. But I
What?
mean, he might have. I
Then you
don't
need to tell
remember
me
that. I
which-
don't know what that means.
Which weapon did you use?
He also accused me whenever the guns came missing. He also accused me of that. And I was like 12 years
He
old.
even said, what am I going to do now?
Get out.
He said you killed her.
How?
You shot her, man. You won't even tell
No,
me which...
I left and he was at the house. He was at the house the whole time. So
Bullshit.
if I did it,
Carson, it's too late for all that. It's too late. You need to tell me which weapon you used. Because your own father dimed you out.
how?
Because he talked to us.
I ain't talked to him, and
That's
that
right.
day I didn't talk to him. Or I don't think I talked to him the day before either. We don't be talking.
We spent all night
I get
talking
in the
to him.
truck. I don't talk to him.
We spent all night talking to him.
Really, all he can tell you is that I shot him with a pellet gun a couple months ago, and I also hit him with a flashlight in the head.
Carson.
Does that sound like...
Carson, look at me. He gave you up.
What did he say?
Carson,
What?
it's over, man. You think it's going to go away? It's not. And you're not helping yourself. I know you even Googled looking up.
I be Googling bullshit
Yeah.
that I hear other people say.
Like what?
Bullshit?
Like what?
Literally. I mean, because I wouldn't look up something somebody else didn't say it.
Why would you Google, does body make sounds after they're dead?
Okay, because
Carson, now's the time to talk to me. You understand?
what does that mean?
Your father-
It's like,
Your father gave you up, okay?
I might be playing with jujitsu or something. Like
Okay, Carson, whatever.
candles and all that.
I ain't got time for that. Your father gave you up. And you won't even let me help you here.
He gave me up. So
Yep.
that means he did it.
No, Carson, we
No.
already knew you did it.
He,
We already knew. Now tell me which weapon you used. Now's the time. You hear me?
I could see myself probably using a long rifle.
Did you use the long rifle?
I ain't shot that in 2 years. My fingerprints probably ain't on that one.
Which weapon did you use? You can't even tell me why you did it. That tells me you just did it for no reason whatsoever. You really want to be shown as that?
I think, alright.
Is that how you want to be seen? Or can you tell me why? Help me understand.
We just gotta read the Bible and figure it out, I guess.
Your dad said you bastard. I know you remember hearing that.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't know.
Yes, you do. Why'd you do it?
Okay, time out. My dad would not say that.
Yes.
He would have broke my neck right there.
Oh, he
What do
was
you mean?
pissed.
No, it's not like that. It's not pissed. He would have broke my neck right then and there.
Carson, it's over, man. Quit bullshitting me. You know what? Yes. You know what? I gave you the opportunity. I was going to give you some help, this, that, the other. Tell the prosecutor you were cooperating. But you don't want to cooperate, do you? I can't help you, man.
Sorry about wasting your time.
Why do bodies snore when they're dead?
What?
Why do bodies snore when they're dead?
All I do is, I never, but that don't make no sense.
Alright, so here in just a minute, you're going to the county. All that information correct? You understand what they're trying to tell you? Do you understand what that means?
That's what y'all said.
There's nothing higher they can charge you with. You were in here a while ago worried about 2 months. If you don't give them something to help you with, that's life. Starting tonight. We're young. You got a chance if you give them something to work with. You're not giving them anything. Work with me. Work with him. Why won't you help him?
Yeah.
I know you're scared. You gotta be scared. Holy fuck, you're 19 sitting in this room with all this.
Oh, yeah, I'm going home.
No, you're not. Carson, you're not going home. You understand that?
I'm going home.
No, you're not. You're going to jail.
Hell.
What?
Jail's hell. Hell.
That's where you're headed tonight. All that matters now is how long after tonight. Help yourself out. Help them out. Give them something to work with. If not, it's this. You're not going home, brother. Right now, you're not going home ever. You understand that? Ever. Give them something to work with and get home eventually. Okay? Brother be a little bit older, a little bit more mature. And still hang out with him.
She gone.
Yeah, she is. We can't change that.
So no, there ain't no hanging out.
She can eventually go home. But right now, as it stands, no. You understand what I'm saying? Carson. Carson. Give them something to work with to help you. Because right now, it's all you. It's all you with intent. And it's all you trying to hide it. And by hide it, I'm talking about after she died. Not here tonight. God, please. Help me understand.
I think she was hurting anyways.
Why was she hurting?
And she told me.
What'd she say? What'd she say was hurting?
I don't know. She tries to be slick about it. What? No, she tries to be a big person. She tries to be tough. That's what it is. I just don't realize that. That's
She's
what
got
it
to in
is.
that household, doesn't she?
Yeah, but I never realized that she's a tough person.
She always has
And
been.
then she never shows her other side. I've seen her other side, but the way she keeps it together, you know.
So what was she hurting about? Was she sick?
No, she's just tired.
You said she was hurting.
Not physically.
Broken hearted?
Yeah.
Why was she broken hearted?
Honestly, all the stuff we put her through, myself included, mainly, over the years, and my brother, and my dad, the best thing for my mom.
Where she's at now, it's easier for her?
Well, no doubt, man.
No doubt, huh? We're just trying to
I
help
mean,
her.
I'm getting smarter. I know. No. I wasn't. Okay.
She tell you she didn't want to be here anymore? She did? Why did she not want to be here anymore?
No.
Is life too hard?
Get it.
Do what?
I didn't get it.
You didn't get it? You didn't get what? Carson, what'd you not get, brother? What'd you not get? Huh?
Their life's hard.
Yeah, that's hard on all of us. Does she not want to be on this earth anymore? Huh?
No.
Tell me.
She didn't.
What'd she say? You didn't want to lose her though, did you?
Oh.
You trying to scare her not doing it? Didn't know the gun was loaded? Is that what it was, brother? Tell me. You was trying to scare her, wasn't you? Huh? Huh? Come on.
I wish she is doing things. I know she's happy. I don't care. I always thought we was happy.
Don't worry. Everybody has a tough life. Everybody has it's tough being in a family. Why was she in pain?
She would say she's 56 years old.
Middle age crisis, yeah. Everybody goes through that. She want me out of the house?
No, you wouldn't let me leave the house.
I mean, for good.
No. She would let me. If I went somewhere, she was going too.
No, I'm talking about move out.
No, she was going too. She was going to come find me. She was going to pull up 6 o'clock in the morning, see what I'm doing. What else?
What happened that night? What went wrong? What went wrong, Carson? I know you get flustered, but what happened that night? Carson. Hey, man.
I mean, a bad act.
Bad acts. You what?
That's all that happened, a bad act.
Bad acts.
Acts.
Like you acted?
Yeah. Bad acts.
Okay. What was that bad act?
I'm not here.
You what?
I'm not here.
You're not here.
No, I've left already.
Checked out on me?
It's right there.
Carson.
What?
What happened that
She
night?
left.
How'd she leave?
I don't know, but I would have helped her if she wanted me to.
I know. We need to know what happened that night. Talk to me, brother. You've got to get that out of your head. Don't let it bounce around in there. What happened before she laid down on the couch?
Nothing, really do nothing. She wasn't feeling good, so she was just easing along.
What was the
She
argument
never
about?
has a headache. Like,
What was the argument about?
what? Me and her?
Yeah.
Hmm.
before she laid down?
No, we never argue. At all, we don't really ever argue. Because I just like give her a hug or something. And say something, and it's not an argument no more.
So tell me about all this conversation when she died, until your dad went across the street and called the police.
Yeah, you have no idea.
We got a really good idea. But here's the thing, we can't tell you. Because then they'll say we just planted the statement in your head. You're going to see it, you're going to hear it. But when you look over at that judge and jury and tell them, oh, I'm so sorry. Here's my story, I didn't mean to. It'll be too late, they're not going to believe you then because you've been bullshitting this whole time.
Okay, I don't lie. I don't lie.
You've never lied to me, I'll give you that.
Okay, but how you notice that?
You may have yelled at me about it, but you never lied. Up until tonight. This could actually do what?
It's a life sentence.
Doesn't have to be. Was it an accident?
Sure.
What happened then? Tell me. What was the accident? How did it happen? Didn't know the gun was loaded? What? If you don't tell me, this is what we're stuck with. Give me
I don't
something.
know what's going to happen to me next.
You're going to the
Yeah,
county. Right now, the way it stands, you're going to the county on this. Tell me it was an accident. Tell me, oh shit. I didn't know the gun was loaded. Well, whatever. I don't care. Give me something to work with. I'll call a hand back out of bed and have him come up here and you can tell me. But you got to give us something, brother. Because this ain't you. This is not Carson Glover. Breaking into cars doing stupid shit's Carson Glover. Not this. I don't believe it. I said from the get-go, no. That's why I'm sitting in here now. Yeah, you got a little bit of a temper. Yeah, you do stupid shit. You don't do this. So what happened? Just tell me.
No, I don't even really know.
Tell me what you do know.
I don't
Tell me what
remember.
Tell me what you know. What little bits? You remember bits and pieces. Tell me those bits and pieces. Give us something.
I remember sitting at the bonfire and I remember the way my dad screamed.
I thought you were in your room.
I was.
What happened
I
before
just
that?
walked in my room and then he like followed me, came me right behind
Okay, what
me.
happened 5 hours before that?
5 hours before that, I was home alone. Yeah. And then my mom was probably in Jacksonville by then.
Alright, so who came home first?
My dad, but then he left again. I do remember that.
When did he leave?
Like, pretty much right after he got there. I don't even think he dumped all the wood out. Yeah. And then he said he was going back to get, look for another tree. Because it wasn't,
Alright,
it wasn't.
No. You and I both know what happened. What do you think's going to happen to you tonight? What's going to happen to you tonight? Nothing. We're about to be booked in on capital murder because you won't tell us what happened that night. We got what we got. What's the difference between the two interviews that you did and this interview? What's the difference? What's the difference?
Y'all playing with my life?
No, what's the difference between these two interviews? 3 interviews. This interview and the first 2. What's the main difference? How you got here? 5 detectives on Christmas Eve hunting you down to bring you in on these charges. That's the difference. Why do you think we did that? Because we got enough evidence
On me?
on you.
Okay, do brothers have the same fingerprints or something? DNA?
No, that's
Okay,
not what we're talking about. No, they don't. What your mom wants you to do right now?
In Florida.
No. If she was sitting in that chair right there, what would she tell you to do?
Let's go home.
Well, you ain't going home. No matter what, you're not going home. It's a matter of when you're going to get home. Is the only thing that matters now.
Where's home?
County jail.
No.
Yeah. That's home. It's going to be home for a long time. From there, you're going to move to Wrightsville. How long you want to live in Wrightsville? Ooh, wait a minute. No, you'll go to Varner. Excuse me. How long you want to live in Varner? Short time or all your life? So you're more worried about tomorrow.
No, yeah, actually I was just thinking about tonight.
Well, tonight is, no. You need to be thinking about long term. Why not?
Because that's long term. I'm thinking about tonight.
Okay, tonight's Roosevelt. Tomorrow's Roosevelt. The next day's Roosevelt.
I don't sleep. I'm not sleeping for like 2 or 3 weeks. What do you think I'm going to be doing?
So after all this, you can just go crash. Get some sleep. And you honestly think you can sleep in the county jail? You've been there. So you're worried about tonight, the next 3 weeks. You'd be worried about the rest of your life. You're hearing something to work with for you. Because if not, you're about to leave with this. This or something else? TikTok, what is it? This or an accident, what was it? Somebody else
I
do
don't
it?
even know what to say.
The truth, period. You got to make it right in your head. That's the only thing you got left is making it right in your head. That's it. Fine, go jail the rest of your life. I'm not going to deal with you again. Or I'll be arresting you in 5 years for burglars again, or B&E.
Okay. 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 Gotcha, dude. You want to do me a favor? Stand up? Yep. There you go. Raise your hands. There you go. I just
Do what?
I was screaming for you.
What's up? Talk to me. This is
Yeah, I was about to tell you what happened.
What happened? Tell me. Come on, brother. I know it's tough. You start off with a little bit.
Yeah, it is.
Do what? She's dead, we know. What happened?
chance, man.
I just said I did it.
Take those off.
You want to talk?
I didn't know.
Alright, man. Let me have some right there. I'll be right back to you. Appreciate you, brother.
It's brand new.
Come on, Carson. You gotta tell us where the weapon's at.
Okay, but okay, hold on. Wait.
Okay.
How do I know it's not gonna be life anyways? How do I know?
Carson,
I mean,
first,
I kind of feel like I'm not really like, wait, yes, what?
first we're gonna work on where's the weapon at.
I mean, it's probably in the stack of guns.
Which one was it?
Honestly, no, I don't really, it was like the first one in there.
Which one is that? I wasn't at your house. Which one was it?
What was your other question that you asked?
Which weapon was it? And to describe it. I'm asking about the weapon. Carson, which one was it?
It was one of them in the stack of guns.
You have to describe it. You're not describing it.
Because I don't.
Because you don't what? I told you to describe it.
Can I have like? I mean, yeah. Either way. Alright. Emma.
I'm going to tell you this.
I mean, really, honestly, I ain't gotta. If I know what happened, I don't have a problem telling you what happened. I just don't know what's gonna happen to me.
You need to tell me what happened that night.
What night?
The night your mother, okay? You know what I'm talking about.
Carson, look.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you heard the expression, we know the answers to the questions we're asking? I'll be honest. Out of the questions, there's only one answer we don't know. But we can't tell you which ones. We can't tell you what we know. We're not going to plant a story in your head. It's got to come from you. Get this off your chest and let's get it over
I
with.
told him the truth.
You didn't say which weapon it was.
I don't even know. I didn't even look at it.
So what happened that night?
I didn't look at it.
What happened?
I don't know if it was a shotgun or what it was.
What happened that night?
Come on, Carson.
And he just said, what?
Okay, now I'm asking you what happened then. What happened that night? You don't go from just getting along with your mom, working hard, to now she's dead. We're trying to figure out how it got to that point.
Okay, that's an easy question.
Okay.
She was ready to go.
And she wanted to die? Did she ask you?
She didn't say like, yeah, but I don't even really remember exactly what she said.
Well, that's important.
She didn't say that exactly. So.
What did she say?
We're trying to ease her pain.
Yeah.
She's been having a tough time, hasn't she?
I didn't.
Take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath, relax for a second. We're asking you to go to a place I know is tough. Take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath. There you go. Don't let it all out. There you go.
Whoa.
I know, Carson. I know. It's not easy.
Has she asked you to do this before?
3 months ago it started.
3 months ago. What would she say? Help us understand.
They were both waiting on it. That's why they were around me.
Waiting on what? Waiting on what, Carson? I know. Take a deep breath for me. Deep breath. Come on.
No, this is not fair because I don't know. I had the keys, they said.
The keys to what?
We talking like keys to a car or keys to life?
Right.
All right.
I'm saying, do it.
You didn't want to do it? I know you didn't want to do it. Is that what you wanted?
Yes.
We know you loved her. Did your dad know?
No.
Did your
He
dad
didn't
take?
know a single thing.
Did your dad take the weapon?
No.
Then where's it at?
The house or...
Did she tell you how she wanted you to do it?
No, she didn't even care.
She just wanted to go.
What would she say to
She
you?
wanted me to use a screwdriver.
She wanted you to use a screwdriver?
Yes.
Why'd she say a screwdriver?
I don't know. It's the only thing there is.
But a gun's much easier. Is that why you used the gun?
I didn't want to hurt her.
I know. You were trying to help her.
That's why.
You wanted to ease the pain.
It's not fair because I'm trying to help.
I know.
And she knows it.
It's got to be tough for her to put you in that position.
They knew this was going to happen. I don't know why they kept me around so long. They knew this was going to happen. They were just waiting for it to happen.
So what
No, they no.
Then what?
They
What?
wanted me. No, they bought freaking gasoline from the house.
What were you supposed to do with the gasoline?
Started from the bottom.
Burn the house?
No, don't.
Your dad?
Just your mom?
What?
Did your mom just ask?
No. They both did. That's why I was going to work with Dad.
Did you know you were going to do it that day?
No, I didn't know I was.
Your mom just come and asked you? Or did you just decide that day?
It was so sad. And I knew it was time. I knew it was time a long time before that. But I didn't want her to leave me. I knew she needed it.
Why's that? What all was happening?
Why was she so sad?
I mean, that's the thing, I really don't understand. I wasn't sad. She's always happy. She came over and smile every day.
But she was hurting inside.
I know she faked it for me my whole life.
Carson, sit up for a minute.
We gotta find out. We got to clarify the weapon though, okay? We understand why now. I knew you weren't a monster. But we have to figure out about the weapon, okay? We need you to tell us that. You know which one it was. I know it's hard going back, but we have to do it, and then we won't go back to that.
What caliber?
Okay, 22. Oh, 22 there. Was it the AR? The handgun? Which one? Which one, Carson?
We know.
We know why, okay?
We know. It's okay. You can tell us everything.
This is just the final piece we're working on.
If you're willing to believe your mom wanted this, you have to tell us the rest of it, okay? Tell the whole truth now.
But no, I wanted to go first.
But you had to help her first, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I was trying to go like 3 months ago.
I know.
At first, I thought they was trying to get me. I thought they was like plotting against me. But no, it's like they were plotting on themselves.
What
They
was
was like making jokes about like dying right beside me. It's weird.
What did she ask you to do? Carson, what did she ask you to do?
She didn't ask me to do nothing that night.
And you just decided it was that night that was going to be done? Why that night? Carson, why?
I was playing with it.
What were you playing with?
A gun.
Which one? Come on, Carson. Let it all out. Let it all out. Get it out of your head. Don't let it bounce around anymore. Why that night? What was going on with her? Why was she hurting so bad that night?
I don't know. I think she was giving me a sign. They would give me signs.
What kind of
They
sign?
call them signs.
What kind of
They'll
sign?
hide it.
What was the sign she was giving you?
It's okay. It's all right.
What sign was she giving you, Carson?
They was signing their bags to me. They knew.
Carson, you gotta help me understand a little bit more.
It was like, oh,
Carson, tell me this.
it was sad. It's just so sad.
Yeah, it is. How many times?
A couple. They were suffering.
Shot her a couple times. Just to make sure she wasn't in pain. Did you think she was still alive afterwards? Is why you Googled to make sure? Yes.
Yeah.
What did you do with the weapon afterwards? Where'd you put it? Carson,
I
where'd you
put it back in the backpack.
in the backpack?
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
that's good.
that one.
Okay, good. That's what we need, okay, Carson? You gotta get it out, man. You can't carry all that. No man can.
Can you tell me what it looked like?
Green,
Screen?
yeah, green and 22 long rifle, Browning.
Okay.
22 long rifle Browning
Yeah.
Pistol?
It's pistol, yeah.
Okay.
or pistol.
Yeah, but it's called 22 long rifle. Browning Buckmaster.
Nice little gun.
Yeah, my dad's had it over 20 years.
Is that the, like, 10 shot magazine?
I think it's got 12.
12? Okay.
How long was it before your dad ran to the neighbors?
Right when he, what do you mean? Like right when he noticed?
Yep.
You hear the gunshots?
No. I don't think he was there when it happened.
So he wasn't home?
No, well, he definitely wasn't, I mean. But he got home, like, not that long after it happened.
What time did this happen?
And I was in the kitchen, and like, what time?
Yeah.
Like not that long, like maybe 11. No, it was probably a little more,
You remember
more
what was
before
on
then.
TV?
It was probably like 10:30. No, it was probably like 10:30.
You know, no matter how bad things are between a father and son. And I know your dad loved you. Me and your dad had to talk about you and Brock a while back. It's natural for him to want to protect you. I got it. I don't blame you. Hell, I would. He would. Anybody in this building would have. We're not real concerned about your dad. Dad did what a dad did. But what all did he do to try to help you? Not interested in doing anything with your dad. We just need to know, okay?
Yeah, he didn't do nothing. Anything. Wouldn't expect him to do anything. I mean, I would have asked him
What happened right after?
Well, first thing I did, I hid the gun in the laundry room for some reason. It was just like I just put it somewhere, and then my dad got home. So then my dad went back outside, and then I moved the gun back to its original spot. And like we went on.
Went on what?
Like then I put the gun up. I put the gun back in the backpack.
Okay, then what happened?
And like then I did go to the bonfire, did all that. Like,
What'd
I mean,
What'd you do with the clothes
was still wearing the same clothes.
Um,
I don't think I changed.
was she sitting on the couch, sitting up, or
No.
laying down? When it happened, was she sitting up?
She was laying down.
She was laying down?
Was she asleep?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't hear you. Was she asleep?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What'd you do with the...
Hey, can I still get a cigarette after this?
Yeah, you're getting a cigarette after. What did you do with those casings after you were done?
Left them on the floor.
Did you tell your dad out by the fire?
What?
Did you tell your dad what happened?
No.
Did you cover up?
I ain't want him to know. Did I what? I didn't cover nothing up.
So what would she say to you that made you think that she wanted to die?
Okay, yeah, I know she wanted to, but let me think. I mean, it's hard to remember things like that.
I understand, but I'm just saying, did she say something specific to you?
Not in a while, but yeah. Like, she would just, like, exaggerate that she's really tired. This all happened starting 3 months ago. Like, before then, it was completely different. Like, we was going to the ballpark, I was playing baseball and stuff. It was all different before then. Like, I don't know, like, my brain started working. That's what they said, too.
What do you mean by your brain working?
Like waves, you know?
Brain waves?
Yeah. Like, it's like mine used to not do that, and now it started to. And like they pick it up really good, and like they can say a whole conversation of like what I'm thinking. Yeah. I know it sounds weird and like. Yeah.
No, I'm tracking. It's
Basically, they were reading your mind.
Yeah, and
when you're
that's
close
what
to
they
somebody,
do.
you can kind of pick up on things like that. We do it all the time with people we work with. You told her something right after you pulled the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? It's okay, man. It's alright. I know, but what'd you tell her? I already know.
I'm sorry, I love you.
I know. Because you do.
And I could tell she was already gone. And when I said it, it didn't go to her. And I felt that. She didn't read my message.
I'm gonna go try to get you a cigarette real quick.
During Carson Glover's third interview, this time under arrest, detectives presented the evidence they had gathered. Carson's father, William Glover, had told police that Carson admitted to killing his mother. Forensic evidence from the crime scene, including blood spatter patterns and material found on Carson's clothing, directly contradicted his earlier claims and further confirmed his involvement. Faced with the overwhelming evidence, Carson ultimately confessed to the murder of his mother, Sonya Glover. He admitted to fatally attacking her inside their home, citing long-standing emotional strain and internal conflict. Carson was charged with first-degree murder, but later accepted a plea agreement and was convicted of second-degree murder. In September 2023, he was sentenced to 35 years in prison without the possibility of parole. As the investigation unfolded, it was also determined that William Glover had attempted to help his son cover up the crime. He was charged with hindering apprehension or prosecution for his role in obstructing the investigation. Sonya Glover, just 53 years old at the time of her death, was remembered as a loving and compassionate woman who devoted herself to her family. Her loss has been deeply felt by those who knew her, and her memory continues to be honored by those who carry her in their hearts.